Hey, I want to talk to you again. Will that be all right? Let me tell you something else about that little time period. You know, a lot of people that are doing this kind of stuff kind of leave certain parts of their life stories out. So I'm not going to do that. I think, you know, I think you probably respect the honest truth a little bit more. See, there's a lot of people, I'm not even going to lie, I know for a fact there are people who hold some of the guys in this band, or myself or whatever, at a higher level than others. And just so you know, you're deceiving yourself so bad when you do that kind of stuff. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting others around you. Because, and you are hurting us. Because you know what? It doesn't, when a person comes to me and they talk to me like I'm different or something, like I'm like up here or something, the first thing it says to me is, I have nothing to say to you, man. You see, I blew it, man. I blew it. Fornication, drugs. I never touched drugs my whole life. And I waited till now to do it. I hurt people, I manipulated people who loved me and who cared for me and took care of me and just did so many different things. And I just manipulated them. I used them. If anybody out here can relate, I don't want to hear no clapping or nothing. If you can relate, then maybe you can see that all of us Christians were the same. We all need prayer. And if that helps for you to understand that there is no difference, then amen. But you know what else? I hope that it can help you see that there's hope. Because you know what, man? I didn't think there was. I didn't think there was any hope. I burned every bridge that I had. If there were people who wanted to help me, they couldn't have helped me anyway. Because I was so far away from them and separated myself from them, whether it was physically or just in our relationships, so much that none of their good intentions could help me. So another thing that you need to realize is that in the darkest time of my life, when I just thought, man, what is the point? What is the point of living anymore? I lived in this apartment building, man. I was ready to just go to the top floor and take a step off and see what it's like to fly, you know. Because, like, there was nothing left. And then, when it was like, I don't know, maybe God has to do this to us. Maybe He has to break us down to our smallest fraction of ourselves to see how badly we need Him. But He spoke to me, man. He let me know that I'm His child, and He never stopped loving me. Even when I did stuff I knew was wrong. The enemy is like whispering in your ear, okay, God forgives sin, but if you knowingly sin, forget it. That's a lie from the devil. It's a lie. All of you remember that. God is waiting there with open arms. You think the prodigal son accidentally fell away? Did he trip and fall and end up like in a different city with all his dad's money? No, man. It was a conscious decision. I'm going. And Jesus gave us that parable so that we would know that there's no matter how far, all we got to do is look back to Him. And He's been there waiting the whole time. Remember that. Remember He loves you. And those of you here who aren't Christians, who don't have any idea what I'm talking about except for the bad parts, you need to give your life over. You need to give it up. You have to come to a point, maybe not tonight, but I really hope it would be right now. You have to come to a point to where you evaluate your life and wonder, just like, what am I doing here? Am I living to do this and achieve this? Then what? Every goal you have in your life, ask yourself, then what? Once you've achieved it, then what? Or maybe you set a goal you know you'll never achieve, so you always have something to strive for. Boy, that sounds like living. Running around. You need to think about that. You need to think about it right now. What are you doing with your life? Maybe you used to be a Christian and you've fallen away. Maybe you never were. There's people on this stage who need to be listening to this. And there's people down here that need to be listening. Think about it. Sitting here, thinking back on the better days, the days gone past before the change, the way things were when everything was new and pure, when life was free and filled with hope, when everything was explained in full. Those days are never forgotten. The ache of today replaces them. What about the goal? Will I have reached it tomorrow or die forgotten? With nothing to show. There's no guarantees in life but one, and eventually you'll die. It's a guarantee you cannot escape from. Sitting here all alone, it's always worse when no one's home. Why should I continue on if death is the only final outcome? To pursue some mythical success, others a fool to think exists. Only to meet frustration and die, and still to go on trying. Except to die. What is life to change? But every day, the Bible says
they're gonna go nuts.